Hello and welcome to Scalp and Hair Health 101 or whatever we're going to call this. Um, Restoring my hair health has been a journey. I have been reading and researching and following all kinds of experts for years to transform my hair into the hair of my dreams. Um, I had short hair, gosh, I want to say for the last 20 years because I could not for the life of me figure out how to not have my hair be frizzy and all kinds of problems. Of course, nothing is ever perfect. But I can now say that I feel confident in knowing how to take care of my hair and getting it to look how I want, and not having shedding. I used to have like tumbleweeds of hair throughout the whole house. Um, and not having scalp irritation. That's another thing, is once I started doing anything other than just wash and go on a like every other day basis, I would have scalp irritation. So we're going to talk about all of that. First things first, if you were part of the invitation group who received a hair health package in the mail from me, you have a jade comb. It's very similar to, this is a wood one that I have. And you also got a hair towel. And my goodness, I can't even think of, oh, you have a silicone hairbrush like this. So I wanted to show you, these are the equivalents to what you got. I gave you a bamboo one because that's better eco-friendly. I already had bought this plastic one a long time ago, so I'm going to continue to use it. If you do not have those things, I will make sure that in this post or email or however you're getting this video, that I'm listing out all of the products and links to them. So you can listen to this back, just pay attention to what I'm saying, and then you can go find the actual products later. So first and foremost, I am a big proponent of non-toxic products. So of course I'm going to say that I want you to use non-toxic products both for you and the planet, your health, your skin irritation, all that kind of stuff. And one of the reasons why this is so important, to use non-irritating products and to have a like skin health routine on your scalp, is because the skin on your scalp is the same skin that's on your face and your body. It needs to be taken care of. And just like we have a 4-step skincare routine on our face, the skin on our scalp wants to be taken care of. And so the oils that are on your scalp are very important and beneficial both to your hair and your scalp health. They help to secure the moisture barrier, which you've probably heard me talk about before, which is just basically the layers of skin that is in your um, scalp, but really everywhere. Eventually you get to a place where if you don't have proper lipid barrier, then moisture seeps in and creates all kinds of problems. So lipids, the oils, the sebum that is naturally created and sits on your scalp and makes your hair oily, those are actually really good for your skin. And if you think back to, how we would have evolved, people did not bathe every day up until very modern times. And so that's kind of how our bodies have adapted. The other thing is, I find that people do not exfoliate on their scalp. And this is certainly something I did not do. It wasn't until I used, um, Goop has a product that has like an exfoliation element to it, and that was the first product that I used that was kind of a game changer for me in terms of exfoliation on my scalp. So I'm going to talk about the ones that I use now because I've tried a lot of different things, and what I have found to be the most beneficial is a clarifying serum. So this is Vegamore. I don't know if you can see Vegamore Grow Serum. I personally use Vegamore for a lot of my hair needs. And I have researched, they are clinically proven to help reduce shedding and improve the health of your hair. So I use their shampoo, conditioner, and dry shampoo, and I'll show you all of those later. But so the first thing that I'm talking about is before you wash your hair, I put the clarifying serum on, and then I massage it in, making sure that it's properly dispersed all over my scalp with the um, shampoo brush that comes from Vegamore. This one's like you can see the um, little spikes are a little bit bigger and there's more of them. This does a really good job of getting in there. If you want to use it for shampoo, that's great. I don't. I like to really lather up in there. I have fingernails and I like to kind of scratch my scalp. So you would apply this before you shampoo to help exfoliate. And the benefit to that is that it gets the blood flowing to your scalp, which can also improve your hair health by helping it grow faster and all that stuff. Like my hairstylist is like, I don't understand how your hair grows so quickly. And I'm like, well, it's because of the products they use, and it's because also I'm doing that creation of blood flow thing. I'm also taking care of my hair in other ways, which we'll talk about. The other exfoliation that I've really been loving, this is the new bottle of Beautycounter's Bamboo Buff. I had the little one from Holiday and I still haven't even gone through it because I only do this once a month. These have little tiny particles in them. I don't know if you can see this. Let's see. So they're very, very fine. And it's just 2 ingredients in the Bamboo Buff. And what I do is I add about a quarter size in my palm flat, and I then add my shampoo to it. And I shampoo, and I use the regular shampoo that I always use. I find that that works better for me than like a specific product that um, like the Goop product and some others that I've tried. I can't get that back on. To that later. The Goop product that I tried and others clarified my scalp, but also irritated it. Like I would have itchy or even like some bumps on my scalp after I used it. So because this is very simple, just 2 ingredients, it creates the exfoliation. And then I'm using the shampoo that I use all the time that my skin loves and is used to. So the shampoo that I use, this is Vegamore Grow. This is the one that I recommend for everybody. This is kind of like the basic one. They have one for gray hair. They have one for different textures. Like they have one for fine hair, medium hair, and thick hair. I've tried like them all. And what I'm using right now is the Grow Plus, which is like an advanced formula. I don't think that most people need to start with this. I just am obsessed with my hair, so that's what I started with. So to simplify this, you're going to shampoo and condition. I'm going to tell you some tips on how to do that. Normal, right? Not additional steps for you. Don't feel overwhelmed by all the products and the things to do. And once a month, you're going to add the Bamboo Buff, and I'm going to tell you how in a minute. And the only other thing that I've introduced, like different from what you're already doing, is doing a clarifying serum before you're washing your hair. And I recommend only washing your hair once to 2 times a week. I know that sounds crazy. For those of you who are washing your hair every day, you can still shower every day. I have a shower cap, and I just put my hair in it, and then I still shower, but I only wash my hair once a week at this point. I started twice a week, and now I've been able to elongate it to twice a week. If your hair is shorter, that's harder because you can't like put it up as much, or like honestly, my hair is day 6 hair right now. And I'm hiding it well because I can just style my hair and you can't see. I don't put dry shampoo on the back of my hair, but if I put my hair up right now, you would see oil on the bottom of my hair. So I actually wear my hair down when it's extra dirty. Or if I'm at home, obviously I'll put it up, but Um, so what enables me to do that is dry shampoo. And this is the dry shampoo that I use. It is a spray shampoo. There are powder, if you do not want to use one that has butane in it. This is clean ingredients otherwise, but it is a flammable. It is not an aerosol, but it is a flammable. And I am obsessed with it. It works so well and it smells so good. It has CBD in it. I can like feel my scalp feel better when I use this dry shampoo, whereas some feel like they're clogging my pores and it's a problem. And that's part of why clarification and exfoliation is so important. If you're using a dry shampoo, it's creating that buildup on your scalp, and we want to get that off to clear the pores and help the health of your scalp feel better. Um, I would say maybe every other day I dry shampoo. I do it the day that I wash my hair, and then I usually don't need to do it for another 2 or 3 days. And then I just touch up areas where I see, that especially like my bangs, that I can see looking oily or yucky in some sort of way. So you can use a powdered one. No matter what you're using, I recommend rubbing it in with a shampoo brush. So I'm going to show you a spot treatment here just because that's an easy thing to do. But so what I would do is if my bangs were looking a little raggedy, I don't put it like right in the front because then it's hard to blend in and it might like might have a little white cast to it. So you want to do it like off your parts. Um, so already you can't really see it, but I'm gonna kind of blend it in, and that powder is gonna absorb the oils. It's also gonna give you like a nice boost of volume. You can see that if you did that all over your hair, you're going to give yourself a nice boost of volume. So doing dry shampoo after your hair is dry on the wash day will prevent oil from building up to begin with and give you a really nice volume. And then from there, just touch it up as needed. So, all right, I've kind of been jumping around in my notes. So I'm going to recap. We're using non-irritating products I've showed you so far. And one of the things that we're doing is helping the oil stay on your scalp because those are important. And we're exfoliating when we are washing. We've got to put the oils back, right? So we're prepping and massaging and doing all these things. We're washing our hair, and then we are going to have to put the oils back. So I'm going to talk about washing in a second. The next thing I'm going to talk about is once your hair is dry and you just did the dry shampoo and now you're going to style your hair, what are you going to use? So I've tested a lot of products, probably close to 100, maybe 60. Let's say 60 products. Way more than was fun for me. And the styling products that I am sticking with right now are these three, other than the dry shampoo. So this brand is called Curlsmith. It is an EWG3. I prefer a 1 or a 2, but like I said, I've tried so many products and I just can't get the results that I want without fragrance in any other product. So Curlsmith has like a regular line, but then they also have a fragrance-free line. So it's important that if you're going to try these products, if you have curly hair, or if you have straight hair but you curl your hair, or if you have wavy hair, or if you have frizzy hair, like I just find most people do better unless you have very fine straight hair that you do not curl. Then these would not be the products for you. But if you have any sort of texture at all in your hair, the Curlsmith products are awesome. I like this one is called the Shine Cream. It is a lightweight leave-in conditioner. And so I use the bowl method after I shampoo. I have a video on that on Instagram. I'm not going to go through that right now because this is not a styling class, but what I bring that up because it disperses the product fully throughout my hair and saturates my hair with water. I find that because I have the natural oils in my hair, and I'm going so long between washing that my hair is not wanting to drink in water from a shower or from, any sort of thing fully until it's been like really immersed. So the bowl method essentially is I apply this the way that I normally would. Um, if you have long hair, you put it in and you kind of like go like this and you disperse it and try to do all the things. But I find that the results are 10 times better if I do the bowl method, because as the hair gets into the bowl, which has water in it, and then the product kind of comes out of the water and then goes back into the hair all over. So I don't do that all the time because it is an investment in my time that I don't always have. But because I'm only washing my hair once a week, I usually choose to do it on a day that I'm going to have an extra 10 minutes after to do the bowl method. So, you don't have to do that, especially if you don't have long hair. It wouldn't be necessary, but that's what I do with this curl cream. And then on other days, not the wash day, on all the other days, I use these two products. So I'm going to show you how I use them. This is Beauty Counter's Glow First Priming Serum. It is, it's a face serum, but what I love about it is, I don't know if you can see, it has all these tiny jojoba beads, jojoba esters in it, and they pop on contact. It is really hard to see with this camera, but essentially, jojoba is the most like your body's own sebum and a fantastic ingredient for your hair. And because this product was made to mattify your skin, so it's both delivering sebum like jojoba esters to your hair, and it is going to help mattify so that your hair doesn't look oily. So now what I'm doing is I'm adding 4 drops of the Curlsmith Fragrance Free Shine Oil. And as you can see, they're both in my hand, and I'm going to combine them. And then I'm going to just apply to the bottoms of my hair. I do not want oil on my scalp. I just did all that effort to remove the oils with the dry shampoo, but I want to put the oils back in my hair for my hair health overall. Okay, so I've got 2 pumps and 4 drops on each side. I have very long hair, so probably you don't need this much product. As you can see, it's like going all the way down here. So I'm just, like I said, putting it on the ends, and then it creates like a protective barrier and a great shine on the hair. So no matter what kind of hair you have, this is great protection. So a lot of people ask me about heat protected. This is my heat protectant, essentially. If your hair is healthy and it has lipid barrier on the scalp, and it's so funny how it feels on your hands, because the Glow First Priming Serum is like mattifying, but that you can tell that the oil is there. If your hair has natural oils in it, it is not going to be prone to breakage. And that is what the concern is with heat protectant, is breakage. That leads me to the next thing that I'm going to talk about, which is preventing breakage, which is the 2 places that I think you have the most breakage is if your hair is up, and we're going to talk about that, and if you are using heat to style your hair a lot. So the first, we're going to talk about. The second, I've just told you how to prevent that. Am I a hair expert? Can I guarantee? I don't know what you're doing if you're flat ironing your hair every day, or something like that. If you would need something more, but I curl my hair, I touch up my curls every day, and they are incredibly healthy. I just saw my hairstylist the other day, and she was like, I cannot believe that your hair is as healthy as it is, because we haven't cut it since September. And so I can tell you that it's working for me. And it wasn't working for me before, right? Like, this is not, I don't just have like naturally lovely, healthy hair. My mom and I both have naturally more dry hair and oily scalps. So this is what's working for me, and I hope it will work for you. Um, the first part of preventing breakage is in not putting your hair up in the exact same spot every single day. And when you put your hair up, using a device um, that is not going to be prone to breakage. So what I mean by that is you can get satin scrunchies, even thin ones. I have them. They make really thin ones. They don't have to be like the big kind of scrunchies. Um, or the big ones. I like to use those at night. Or um, I will link to eco-friendly elastics that are not actually elastics. And the way that they expand and then the material that they're made out of are more gentle. It's not as gentle as satin, but I have found that I have less breakage with my hair since switching to those from elastics that I would be using like during the day to put my hair up. The other thing is I have a spot on my hair that is my go-to spot for putting my hair up. And I have had to learn that I can't do that every day, or every time I put my hair up, I need to rotate where I'm doing it. So, um, switch the locations if you're not around other people. Like if you're just hanging out at home and you put your hair up, put it in a very different spot than you normally do. I'm sure you've seen sometimes I do like little loose pigtails here, like little bun Leia pigtails, or I'll do like a low pony if I'm just hanging out at home, versus like the bun spot that I put my hair up every single night when I sleep with the satin, because it helps my curls form where and how I want them to, and is just like my go-to spot. So make sure that you're rotating where you're putting your hair up, because otherwise you're putting like a stress point on your hair over and over and over again, and you're going to have breakage. Um, okay. Second to last, shampoo recommendations. I love the Stryker sisters. I don't know if you all know who they are. Um, I geek out on Mandy Moore. Mandy Moore is my generation's, you know, Brittany, Christina, Mandy, they were all my jam. And then Mandy went on to do This Is Us, and I kind of like re-fell in love with her. And her beauty team are the Stryker sisters, who she's friends with. And one of them focuses on brows and brow health, and another does hair. And the one who does hair actually partners with Vegamore, the products that I was telling you about. And she did this really great interview where she talked about how to wash your hair. And I was like, how could I have been 40 years old and no one ever told me how to properly wash my hair? And I talked about it with my hairstylist, and she's like, yeah, that's how you're supposed to wash your hair. No, nobody ever told you that. So I'm going to give you the tip, because I hope that if you have not heard this before, that it is helpful for you, as it was for me, which is that you're only supposed to wash your scalp. You're not supposed to wash your hair. I didn't know that. So, like I talked about, all the sebums and the oils that we're putting in protecting our hair, if it's dry, it's thirsty, it's all these things, whatever. When you wash it, you're only exasperating those problems, and you're taking out the oils that you're putting in to help protect it. So when I wash my hair, I only wash the scalp. I'm literally just focusing on this area. And then I put my hair behind me and I let the water, like as I'm rinsing here, the shampoo is going to go on the rest of my hair. But I'm not like actively washing this area. And that helps in two ways. One, it's preventing the oils from being washed out so much. And also, when your hair is wet, it is weak. And so the more that you're working and lathering and doing all these things to your hair every single time you're washing, the more prone it's going to be to breakage. And that's where I was seeing a lot of shedding was in the shower. So switching to Vegamore was the number one thing that helped reduce my shedding. The second thing that helped reduce my shedding was learning how to properly shampoo my hair. Then when you condition, you're not conditioning heavily on the scalp area. I have some thick you know, areas of my hair where I do make sure that if it's I'm getting it there, but not on my scalp. But when I condition, I'm focusing all of the product on the bottom part of my hair, not on my scalp itself. And so that way you're not getting like oily look by conditioner sticking on your scalp. Plus it's heavy and will weigh it down if it doesn't kind of fully wash out. So um make sure that you're shampooing your scalp and you're conditioning your hair, and that you're not shampooing, conditioning your whole both, which was new for me. Then once your hair is washed, like I said, once a month, you're adding the exfoliator, and before you're washing it, you're using the serum. Um, your hair is washed, shampoo and conditioner. Then you're going to use this product on wash day, and on after it's dry, you're going to use this product, and that's it for wash day. For me, I don't know if you have other things you want to put in your hair, go for it. And then on non-wash day, you're using these two products. And the other thing that I will say that I add or I get questions about, now these are just bonuses, don't feel overwhelmed. Hopefully that's as simple as I can make it in terms of properly having a routine for your scalp and your hair. I will say that I have this hair mask. It's also by Vegamore. It's called an overnight restorative mask. It comes with this little bonnet. And when I start to feel like my hair is just feeling dry or limp or, you know, whatever, I'll do one of these. And now what I found is because I'm doing this once a month, I coordinate it with doing this mask after. And again, that's not going on your scalp. It's just I, you know, put it on the ends of my hair, and then I put my hair up in a bun and I put this on and I sleep. And then I will wash my hair the next day because otherwise it'll be kind of heavy or greasy. And then the other questions that I get asked about are brushes. This is a boar bristle brush. Um, and it also has some of these plastic tongs. Now, as you can see, I have curly hair. You're not supposed to brush curly hair, but I'm going to show you. It doesn't make my hair go frizzy like a big brush would. Bristle brushes, a lot of people use them after they've curled their hair to kind of pull the curls out to make them more wavy. Um, and the boar bristles are more gentle on your hair. So if you don't yet have, this is a bamboo one, I'll give you a link. If you don't yet have a boar bristle brush, they're pretty affordable, and I would suggest switching out whatever you're using with these. I find that it helps a lot. And for me, I brush out my hair. The only time I ever brush my hair is before I wash it. And that's just to get all the knots out so that when I'm washing and conditioning it, I'm touching my hair less when it's wet, because wet hair equals weak hair. And the other question that I get asked a lot about is hairspray. I don't personally wear hairspray, except maybe if I'm like going to a big event, or in the summertime, I was using hairspray for my bangs. Never again. This is no nothing. Again, it's going to have spray. It's going to have butane, but it is not an environmental aerosol issue. And it is, I think if I recall correctly, an EWG3. It is fragrance free, you know, all the things free. And I find that it's truly like a real hairspray. The mist is very fine. You'll see. Okay, here, I'll show you. Like a regular hairspray, right? Some of the ones that I've used, it's not. Like, I would rather not. Like a sugar mist, and then it's just like a one line sprayed onto my hair that you have to blend in. I'm like, that defeats the purpose of putting it exactly where I want and then spraying it in place. Okay, that's all for all of that, except how to use this thing. So the reason that I sent this is because I have genetic forehead wrinkle, which nothing I do ever will get rid of this thing. It's just going to get worse over time. And what I have seen in a lot of videos that best helps it is actually that it is tension in, this feels so good. I hope you're doing this right now. Pressing it into right behind your hairline, and just, you don't even have to press hard. shimmying back and forth, I can feel in my head the tight muscles. And supposedly that is what is causing me to constantly go like this, because then it's helping shorten the muscle to feel better. So when I go like this, um, it relieves that in my head. So I manually release by doing scalp massage. And then if I go over here, I do not have the same tightness or pain. And if you don't have big forehead wrinkle, you might feel it somewhere else. So what you want to do is just make sure that when you feel tightness, you're just giving it a little massage that feels good to you. You can do it all over. You can also use it because it's kind of a comb. You know, you can help pull the muscles in the direction that you want to, like a gua sha stone would. You can use the other side of your gua sha stone. That's the benefit to the stone that was sent to the people who I sent this to. You can use it on the different areas of your face as well as the comb portion. But I have found that this feels incredibly good. And what's it going to do? It's going to increase the blood flow. I'm making a mess of my hair right now, but it's going to increase the blood flow on your scalp, which is going to improve the health of your hair. So the more that you do it all over, I mean, it's almost Valentine's Day. This would be a great activity to do with your partner. Give each other a nice massage. You can put in the conditioner even, and, like, you know, get in there and take care of one another. Matt's my partner's love language is touch, and so when I give him scalp massages, he's like melts into a puddle. But um there's really no wrong way to do this, but what you want to do is find the tightness and try to loosen it up. And for me, that's going side to side um in those areas around my forehead. And like I said, once on the side, it doesn't feel the same for me, so hopefully you'll be able to feel the difference. You can also do it, I get a lot of tension at the bottom of my neck, so that the edge of your hairline in the back, you know, to release some of that tension as well. And if you do this before you gua sha, it will actually help release the lymph node and all the other benefits that you're trying to get from gua sha. It will help enable that as well, because you loosened up some of these areas before going into others. Okay, thus concludes today's lessons. If you have questions, just email me, Stacy at RealEverything.com. I hope that this was helpful and beneficial for you and you learned at least one new thing. Thank you so much for supporting me and my business, and I hope that you have a wonderful Valentine's, Galentine's, Palentine, and that this gift to you was something that you can take forward and treat yourself with a little self-care. Thanks and have a great one.